Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth will be on Capitol Hill this afternoon. He's briefing the group of top lawmakers known as the Gang of Eight on a lethal attack on a suspected drug boat that some are calling a war crime. The early September operation targeted survivors of a strike in the Caribbean. Today's meeting also comes as President Trump refuses to rule out a ground invasion. CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small is on Capitol Hill with more. Taurean, what do we know about the agenda for today's meeting, and what kind of pressure could the defense secretary face to release video of the second strike?
Yeah, we know Venezuela is likely to be the top topic today as lawmakers known as the Gang of Eight, bipartisan members from both the House and Senate, are set to confer with not just Secretary Hegseth, but also Secretary Marco Rubio and other top Trump officials. This is set to be a pretty intense meeting considering there's been trepidation about Hegseth's leadership, not just in how he's handled these boat strikes, but also the ouster of several members of the Department of Defense in the days since. Now, we know that lots of Republican lawmakers are also looking to hear his version of events after an admiral who was painted as the person who made the call by the Trump administration talked to lawmakers last week in a classified behind closed door meeting with members of the Armed Services Committee. We also know that this will be a continuing conversation as not just Democrats, but Republicans have also hinted at wanting Hegseth to have a public hearing, public testimony before Congress on this matter as well, Lindsay.
Well, and the Senate is set to vote this week on a Democratic health care plan that became a key tenet to ending the recent government shutdown. Last night, 2 Republican senators presented a new proposal, but this is about health savings accounts. This is an idea that echoes something we've heard from the president. So what's in this Republican-backed plan? How does it differ from what Democrats want?
Yeah, Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana is leading that effort there. He's looking at having the federal government infuse cash into Americans' health savings accounts. So he wants to focus on individuals rather than insurers. That's something that directly echoes what the Trump White House has been saying, especially Donald Trump himself in that interview with Politico. But we know that that's just one of many proposals currently up in the air here. Other Republicans are looking at extending the Biden-era COVID-era Biden administration's subsidies, tax subsidies for Obamacare. One that just came out this morning was one by a bipartisan effort in the House, but led by Representative Fitzpatrick. He there is looking to extend it to 2027. There are also several other versions of that bill that would see some limitations on who's eligible for this. Ultimately, though, we know the Senate Democrats' version of the bill, which is set to get a vote this week, would be a 3-year extension. Pretty much the same here. It's unclear, though, Lindsay, whether or not they could find consensus with Republicans to get that across the finish line.
Taurean Small, thank you.